With new forms of media coming out on a regular basis, following the social media trends that rise and fall can be a near impossible task. Social media platforms are coming out by the dozen, and it seems as if you're not one step ahead, you're two steps behind in the grand scheme of social media. Facebook is used by nearly every generation and is one of the pioneers of modern social media since its founding in 2004. Since Facebook, social media platforms have skyrocketed, one of the first of these being Instagram in 2010. 6 years later, it was the second most popular social media platform across the United States. But through this popularity, a newfound power from advertisers has arisen. Instagram started as a platform similar to Facebook, but with more emphasis on photographic content rather than written. Now it is a leading platform for everything in between. Facebook was fairly quickly aged out and became a platform that many people used, but not to the degree as before other platforms began to take the stage. Facebook is a helpful platform and easily bridges generational gaps as it is user-friendly for most age groups and creates a platform for connecting with friends, family, even acquaintances, no matter the distance. Facebook was a social media frontier and allowed for social media platforms to follow in their footsteps. And while Facebook paved the way for other social media sites to follow, it also saw the influence that it was very clearly establishing early on with Instagram. In 2012, Facebook bought Instagram for $1 billion, and the two have been paired, whether their users know it or not, since. Instagram's original intent was to create a social media platform that allowed for online postings to be shared with friends and family that follow the account. The following concept was an idea derived from Twitter, which was a well-known, though not as regularly used platform at the time. Since then, both platforms have experienced an incredible influx of users and increasing popularity as two of the most popular social media platforms in the United States. Instagram has foregone many different changes in appearance and algorithms, but the general use of the app and website maintain the same ideals that they were founded on. Many people use the platform for everything from celebrity gossip and news, photos by loved ones, and even recipe and lifestyle tips. The platform has become an all-encompassing and welcoming of all profiles. A popular use for Instagram that has progressed in the last 4 years is the use of fake or private Instagrams. Unlike Facebook, Instagram accounts are to be made private or public up to the discretion of the owner of the account, and many teens and young adults have begun maintaining 2 or more accounts for themselves. Private or fake Instagrams are often called Finstas, as a play on words of the slang term for the app and incorporating the word fake to differentiate between their personal Instagram that is followed by acquaintances and family members and their fake Instagram that is private to anyone other than those they allow to follow. The contents of these accounts are often embarrassing or inappropriate, so the audience is a group of people that are known and trusted by the owner of the account. This small facet of Instagram usage is the cause of a generational gap between many users of the app, as the owners of Finstas are often fairly exclusively in Generation Z. Even millennials are often uninformed about or uninterested in creating these accounts, so this is very clearly a younger generational difference. The concept is similar to that of creating a scrapbook with photos you would only want your closest friends to see and hiding it underneath your bed so no one is to find it who shouldn't. This varies greatly from the fake accounts seen on Facebook, which are often more related to catfishing, which is the act of creating a fake profile to look like a real one in order to trick people on the internet. The act of catfishing got more popular through television and movies to begin raising awareness of the modern dangers of the internet, where people can pretend to be anything or anybody with no way to disprove them. Fake accounts on Facebook create dangers for people of all ages, but especially younger children and elderly, as they are not always aware of the dangers that can be hidden behind their screen. It is vital in the understanding of internet usage to understand the lack of legitimacy that can be behind any account or post. Another key aspect of Instagram today is the use of the platform by companies and businesses. Everyone from local businesses and organizations to worldwide conglomerates have social media accounts to use for marketing and advertising purposes, and are doing it very successfully. With the decline of live television viewers and radio listeners, companies often find themselves turning to the internet for the marketing that they no longer are getting through print, television, and radio. Advertisements made by businesses can be boosted so they are more likely to show up on your newsfeed, and Instagram and Facebook both use privacy settings to see what you have recently searched on the internet to match ads you are most likely to respond to. Advertising in 2019 has turned into a much more elaborate and personalized look into everyday consumers' lives than ever before, and this is apparent heavily in social media. According to David Grazian, the critical perspective of popular culture can easily be seen in digital media through a variety of uses of industries and power. The hegemony of the culture industries represents a softer kind of power as well, a means of manipulating consumers through clever advertising, brand exposure, and the habituation of fashion cycles. By incorporating recent Google searches and websites visited, Instagram has a much better idea of what advertisements will sell best to every consumer, so businesses are willing to pay a higher dollar to be a part of Instagram's marketing scheme. Millions of varying ads are seen by Instagram users regularly based off of their search patterns, and this is a strong example of the soft power that Grazian discusses in Chapter 3 of Mix It Up. Companies have control over the content that we are consuming, even when we are not looking for it, through social media platforms such as Instagram and Facebook. This soft power is not always recognized, but is a controlling force that is present in our everyday lives. Social media as a whole has experienced in-depth changes and adaptations, with a clear distinction between the original idea and intent behind many of the platforms we use today. Facebook originated as an exclusive online database for select universities and now houses 2.23 billion active users every month. Starting as a simple app designed for photo sharing, Instagram quickly turned into a platform for following, sharing, hiding, posting, advertising, and more. These changes have happened so quickly that it's hard to predict what Instagram, Facebook, or any other social media platform for that matter will do next.